How Polish intelligence helped win the secret war against Hitler, the greatest of the Allied intelligence agencies. In 1945, Wilfrid Albert Dunderdale, a British liaison officer of the Secret Intelligence Service that worked with Polish intelligence, authored a report sent to Prime Minister Churchill. He wrote that, "It will thus be seen that Polish agents have worked unceasingly and well in Europe during the last 5 years. The Polish intelligence has made an invaluable contribution to the planning and the successful execution of the invasion of France, and to the ultimate victory of the Allied forces in Europe." The Deputy Chief of the American Military Intelligence Service, Hayes Kroner, believed that the Polish army has the best intelligence in the world. The Second Bureau of the Supreme Commander's Staff managed an intelligence network penetrating Western Europe, including France, Switzerland, Sweden, Portugal, and North Africa. Intelligence activities were conducted in North and South America, as well as Asia. The Union of Armed Struggle Home Army Intelligence was under the chief command of the Home Army and operated in occupied Poland, Czechoslovakia, Germany, and deep into the Eastern Front. Exceptionally important was their penetration into the Third Reich. Maria Nilewski, Henryk Zygalski, and Jerzy Rojicki, cryptologists from the Bureau of Ciphers, Second Bureau of the General Staff of the Polish Army, broke the German Enigma ciphers in 1933. On the 25th of July 1939 in Piry near Warsaw, Polish intelligence handed a replica of the Enigma machine and equipment for breaking the ciphers to the French and British. The success of the British Cryptology Centre in Bletchley Park near London was possible thanks to the Polish codebreakers. Enigma decrypts played a key role in supporting the Allied war effort across multiple theatres of operation in Europe, Africa, and the Atlantic. Operation Torch, the major invasion of North Africa conducted by Allied powers, was possible in large part thanks to the North African Intelligence Network created by Mieczysław Rygor Słowikowski between 1941 and 1942. In recognition of his efforts, Rygor Słowikowski was decorated with the Order of the British Empire and the American Legion of Merit. Captain Roman Chernyavsky, founder of Inter Allier, one of the largest Allied intelligence networks in occupied France, was detained by the Germans. In order to save his associates, Chernyavsky agreed to be sent as a German agent to London. Upon arrival, he informed Polish intelligence about his arrest and, in cooperation with the British, provided false information about the Allied landing plan in France as part of Operation Fortitude. He retained the confidence of Nazi German command and was considered a reliable and key source of information. He contributed to the success of the Normandy landing in June 1944 by providing disinformation that the most important landing would take place at Pas-de-Calais. As a result, the German army was unprepared for D-Day. Polish intelligence attempted to stop the Holocaust in Europe by systematically providing reports and intelligence about the German Nazi crime machine as it worked to destroy European Jewry. It simultaneously forged visas and travel documents to save Jews. Reports by Witold Pilecki from Auschwitz and Jan Karski's real-time testimony about the Holocaust were aimed at awakening the conscience of the world in order to help Jews in occupied Europe. In Kaunas, in cooperation with the Japanese consul Chuni Sugihara, Polish intelligence helped to create visas for several thousand Jews who escaped Europe through Asia. Konstanty Rokicki, with the Bernese group associated with Alexander Ładoś, helped to produce South American passports for European Jews. Mendes France, the future Prime Minister of France, and Josef Berg, one of the founders of the State of Israel, were among the thousands of Jews whose lives were saved. Jerzy Iwanów-Szajnowicz, a Polish hero of the Greek resistance, blew up German deliveries of war materials, planes, submarines and ships, intended for Rommel's army. Cracking Enigma not only allowed the Allies to sink supply vessels, but also provided information on the movements and plans of Rommel, the Desert Fox. The Allied landing operation in North Africa was made possible due to the actions of Mieczysław Rygor Słowikowski. As a result of all these actions, Polish wartime intelligence helped save the Middle East and North Africa from the Nazi German killing machine and their extermination of Jews. The bombing of the German research center in Peenemünde, where the V-1 and V-2 rockets were built, was possible thanks to Polish Home Army intelligence. After the Germans transferred further research to Blizna in Podkarpacie, Poland, due to the bombing of Peenemünde, the Home Army once again located this center and acquired elements of the V-2 rocket that were transported to the British Isles. Roman Czerniawski misled the Germans regarding the accuracy of V-1 attacks in the United Kingdom by acting as a double agent, thus reducing losses in the British Isles. Polish intelligence mitigated what could have otherwise been devastating consequences of the V-1 and V-2 rocket program by buying time for Allied troops and reducing civilian losses. The heroes of Polish wartime intelligence have largely been forgotten by the West. The Soviets fought against them and subsequently suppressed and erased their stories. On the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II, it is time to restore their place in Poland's memory and that of the world. Polish wartime intelligence figured centrally in the defeat of the Third Reich.